Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So on this channel right here, you'll see mukbangs, you'll see recipe, you'll see a little bit of advice and a little bit of experience. So stay for the food, stay for the fun. YouTube thing, I'm in it for the long haul. So I want to be able to put in all the time and effort and energy into making the best content ever. Just take a look at that. You can tell that, not boasting, but you can tell that I know what I'm doing. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So as you can see, today we're gonna eat and chat, and today we're gonna talk about the restaurant business and the pros and cons of operating a small business. So right here, as you can see, I have a recipe on my channel that these are potato fritters, sweet potato fritters, and then the pork jewel bacon. We actually use that in a recipe that we have on the channel also. Then we have some tomato salsa, which are recipes on the channel also, spicy mayo, and then we top it. So these are some nice appetizer. And then we have our Jamaican sorrel, which we also have on the channel. So this is a little bit different for me because normally I show you the recipe and then we cook and we eat and we do limited amount of talking, but today we're gonna do mostly talking. So we're gonna talk about the pros and cons of operating a small business. But before I do so, let me pick up one of these, give you a taste. All right, go ahead, take a taste, and I'm gonna dig it. Wow. That combination is really good. Look at that on my nose. All right, so if a lot of you guys watch one of my earlier video and I say, life is over, is this the end of my career? If you watch that video, you would learn that I had a Jamaican restaurant here in West Virginia. I operated it for 2 years. And a lot of people say, that could have never been a successful business if you only operate for 2 years and then close down. But that's actually not the case. It was very successful, but the main issue we ran with was that it wasn't consistent. So you have success, but not consistent success. It's just like YouTube here, where today you're on your high, tomorrow you're on a low, and you're like, do I continue with this journey? So I made the decision to close the restaurant for the reason of it not being consistent, and then now I decided to pursue the whole YouTube thing. So I'm not saying this is gonna be a long-lasting career, but I feel like I've owned a lot of skills in the whole service industry. So I'm like, all right, why not share it with the people of YouTube? Wow. So there's also so many videos here on YouTube that says, how do you successfully run a YouTube channel? And the first thing they say, you're gonna see growth. They're not promising you anything and all that stuff. But if you say I'm gonna see growth, then you should be able to tell me I'm gonna grow in 10% if I follow your strategies. And I'm not here to say that I'm a connoisseur in the whole restaurant industry, but what I can tell you is that running a small business, the most important thing in order to be successful and profitable, you have to put your all in. So 100% of your time you need to put into that business, right? Because when you're running a small business, you don't want to hire a whole bunch of staff. So if you don't have the time and energy to build this business from the ground up, then it's not for you, because you're gonna be running a business that you're not gonna make any profits. You're just gonna run it. So for me personally, I had the business for 2 years. Within the first 5 months of the business, I turned over a profit. The investment that I put in, I was able to get that back, plus a decent amount of return. And you would say, how did you do that? Well, I was doing this for hours and hours and hours and hours. Of course, I had help from friends, family, and all these people, especially my mom. She was here right when the restaurant opened, and she really stepped in and stepped up for her son. So, one, you need support, and two, you need to put your all in, 100%, 110%. You don't want to put in 80%, 70%, 10%, because once you start getting a whole bunch of staff, there's no way to profit. So we were running 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, until we cut it down and whatever. But the issue that we had while we had to close was that this was an area that was lacking of diversity and all those stuff. People were excited about the food, but it's not something that they would eat every day. So you'd have one day you do 100 people. Next 5 days you're doing 100 people over 5 days. And in order to maintain freshness and your mental state, you want to have some form of consistency. So I would prepare for 20 people per day, and I'd get 50 people. So now I'm working twice as hard, and it was draining on my mental state. So now I decided to do this whole YouTube thing. Is it gonna work? I'm gonna put in the hard work, so I can guarantee you that it's gonna be a success, you know? Let me take another bite of this deliciousness. Wow. And the cool thing about my YouTube channel right here is that we're going to teach you a little bit about me, a little bit about my food, and my whole culture and how I get everything together. But yeah, I like to think that I'm a very creative person, and I think outside of the box. So I feel like that was what will set me apart from a lot of other places. So in the future, I want to move into a major city where there's more diversity. And once you discover this channel, then you're like, all right, I got to go to Adrian's restaurant to go try that, you know? So that's what the whole goal is about. But as I said, running a business is hard work, a lot of dedication and time. So if you don't have that, leave it alone. But also another thing is that you have to conserve. So if you only need someone for 5 hours a day, try to find someone for 5 hours a day. Don't be in the business where you're saying a regular shift is 8 hours a day, because now you're spending money that you don't need to spend. Me personally, when I had the restaurant, I was doing 5 different jobs. Like during the daytime, it was a small restaurant, a whole like 8 stools, and the kitchen is right there. It was a diner style restaurant. So what I would do, I would go down early in the morning, cook, then leave, go home, get ready, go back down to the restaurant. In the morning time, quite a bit of the food was already prepared. So I was able to serve the few people around the counter. Meanwhile, I'm cooking. In the evening, that I helped for in the evening time. So that saved me money for the whole day. Then at the end of the night, I was cleaning, I was washing dishes. If my dishwasher didn't come, I was prepping, I was cleaning the bathroom. So sometimes I get out there like 2 a.m. in the morning, and I'm like, whew, I'm tired. But I can tell you that with this YouTube thing, I'm in it for the long haul. So I want to be able to put in all the time and effort and energy into making the best content ever. Just take a look at that. You can tell that, not boasting, but you can tell that I know what I'm doing. Ah! But this is so good. And this story is a Jamaican holiday drink. Yeah, but since I closed the restaurant, a lot of people would say, oh, you're a failure. But in my opinion, I don't think I failed. I think I put a foot forward. I tried it. It was a learning experience. So that was like doing my survey into doing the next big thing. So I already did it. I know what to do, what not to do, and now I'm able to share all the knowledge that I have with you guys. But as I said, sometimes you're doing things and you stumble up on a roadblock, and you just got to treat it as a roadblock and just say, you know what, I'm going to kick this out of the way and I'm going to keep moving. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Meanwhile, I was sitting down for the last 5 months. I was like, you know what, let me get to this YouTube thing, share the recipes, share a little bit of knowledge that I know, and just, you know, get it off the ground. So guys, doing business and everything is about personal experience. So what I always say is that if you go into an environment and you see 10 people, you can learn something from everybody. So you might learn one thing from that person. You're like, all right, this is a good step to take, and this is not what I want to do. So even when I just got here in America, I was in the service industry, and you know, everybody that I meet, I learned something from them. This person, I'd be like, all right, they're amazing at polishing silverware. And I'm like, whew, their service is horrible. So I'm going to learn how to polish silverware from them, but I'm going to look to someone else to learn how to serve the people. So people will think, oh, that person is stupid and they have nothing to offer. But everyone has something to offer. It all depends on what you're willing to take away from that. Like right now, there's so many successful people here in the YouTube realm, and some people will say, I don't know how they became successful. I don't know why this is popular. But everybody has a personal taste and a personal interest. So there's room for everyone. I admire so many people on this YouTube space right now, like the Logan Pauls, the Jake Pauls, B Loves Life, Miriam from It's So Good. There's 100 people, David Dobrik, all those great hitters, Liza Koshy. So there's so many great people on this YouTube space, and it becomes something that you aspire to be like, and you're like, when will I reach this level of success like these people have? But there's room for improvement always, and you can never get too complacent about what you're doing. So you always try to improve. So this is something different I'm doing today. Seeing, do you like this chit chat, eating, talking, sharing a little bit about my experiences in the restaurant industry, food and service, and all those stuff. So guys, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my recipes here on the channel. And I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Please share with your friends, family, and everyone who is willing to listen. And drop some comments below and let me know what you want to see in the future. So guys, love you all and peace.